In today's video, I'm going to give you a full tour of the studio. I'm going to show you my complete jewellery setup and give you a walk around of every tool we use. So let's go. Right, this is where I spend most of my day. This is the most important bit of being a jeweller. This is like the stuff you have to have. I mean, we've got a lot of equipment which you don't really need. I mean, it's fantastic. So this is how I set my bench up. I have my hand tools here, my pliers, my cutters. I've got my buff sticks, my saw frames under there. I've got 3 or 4. I've got my small needle files, I've got my dividers. And again, I've got all my blocks. So I've got my ball phrases over here. And I've got my iPad. I like to watch things of the day and music and listen to my headphones and get into my own zone. And also this is where everything happens. It's the pin. You can see mine's worn down. I use it every single day. If you ever go to a jeweller and they've got no marks on their pin, that means they're fake. And the only thing they're working on is placing orders in Thailand. So make sure they've got a worn pin. Yeah, and above my bench, I like to look at things all day. So I've got some limited edition prints from the Prodigy. This one on the right hand side is a tour they done in 2009, which we went to. So they give us a signed copy of like the dates of the tour. And this one is a signed album of Invaders Must Die, which was a really cool album. In that summer when that album came out, we was going on lots of tours, we was going to a lot of festivals, so we met quite a lot of interesting people there. So that's a big part of us becoming into what we've become today. So on this side, I've got my microscope. I mean, this is fantastic. The zoom on this is unbelievable when you're working under it. I sit underneath this, I drill, I mark out all my jewellery. I mean, everything which is so fine, you can't even see with the naked eye, I do on this side of the bench. We've got an HD camera on there so we can sit and watch the footage of what we've done. We've got the TV monitor. I can actually show people what I'm doing when I'm working. So under the microscope now, I've got these yellow diamonds, a carat 50. I mean, it's an amazing stone. We've done a double halo on this. That's nearly all finished now. Just checking over with the microscope. GRS engraving tools. You've probably seen these quite a lot in our videos, but these are my mills. I use these quite a lot. We do a lot of handmade here. So we're always milling metal down and making it the perfect shape. A lot of jewellers just want to clean up a one-piece casting and chuck it out there as their product, but we like to make everything by hand. So that's why we use the mills every day. We've got the thumpers here, which makes the metal perfectly flat. We've got a pillar drill here, so when you drill in, literally parallel. Now this is my personal section. Now if we move over to the PA section over here, which is more digital. Did you just call me your PA? Well, basically you are, aren't you? You do everything what I need you to do. We're partners, mate. I'm not your PA. Well, you do. When I tell you to do things, you do it. And that's sort of what a PA does. Well, it's not a PA. I tell you. All right, let's think of another name to call it. All right, assistant. I'll tell you how this name is. You do not know. It's 2018. You still don't know how to send an email. I'll send an email. I'll send the emails for you. Well, when you're a PA, you get someone to send it for you. You want to shut up, mate. I tell you, because you're about 9 stone wet, so I'll be quiet for you. I don't really look at the emails too much. Right. I'll give you that. Sorry. Anyway, you get on with your little section explaining. Let me do my little section. So as you can see here, this is where I do most of my work. I do all the digital 3D design, 3D printing. So Bobby does all the old school technology where I suppose 100 years ago it still looked the same. I'm 2018, up to date, modernised. I use a software called Matrix 9. It just gives me all the tools I need. As you can see at the moment, I've been designing this chain for Bobby. Have you seen our boom grenade pendants? So this is an up-to-date new version. You unscrew and you're going to be able to put something in it, if that's perfume or whatever you want to conceal, you can conceal it inside the pendant. So that's what we're doing, working on at the moment. I use all Alienware computers, keyboards. I think the only thing I ain't got Alienware is the mouse, which I will change soon. The reason why I use Alienware, I know it's like a gaming computer, but with this 3D design and rendering what we do, we use a lot of graphic cards and everything else just keeps crashing. It's very sluggish, so if I use high-power computers, it's running really good. So this is why I use Alienware and I use the Matrix 9, and a little bit later on I'm going to show you all the 3D printing. I'm going to send you back over to Bobby now, the workhouse. The donkey does all the work all day, and he's going to show you his little toy, his little laser. Right, so this is one of my favourite toys in the workshop. It's the Rofin laser. It's all touchscreen. The technology in this is unbelievable. So with this machine here, you've got like pinpoint accuracy. Years ago you had to do it with solder, but with this you're actually lasering and fusing the metal together, so there's no drag marks. I mean, just fusing gold or platinum together. But like sometimes I like blasting things with it, like you can blow holes through like metal and stuff, but sometimes it hits your finger and that's not fun. We've got an extracting fan which runs the laser and anything on the bench. If we're doing anything with like a bad like chemical thing, it literally sucks it straight out. That's something you need to have, but it's never switched on. Also, we've got an oxygen cylinder over the corner, which runs gas and air taps, which we use all the time. This is like for annealing, for soldering when we do use it. And also we've got a compressor under the bench, which runs all the air tools. So now moving on to another bench, it's like a workbench, there's like a few different tools on there, but we can walk over and show you that now. This is where we keep a lot of our storage. We've got our metal scales here, which we use every time the job's going out, you weigh in, you weigh it out. We've got our diamond scales. This is a ring stretcher and squashy thing. I use this for different things actually. I don't really do stretch too many rings with it, but it's useful for other things. This is our safety acid. This is what cleans, after you've done soldering, which you do on the bench, the borax on there, this cleans everything up. But it's like a very mild acid, so you've got to be careful with this one. Slow cooker, so never take it back and put your dinner in it, because I think you'd be in trouble. So here we've got two sonics in the workshop, but they're both kept at different temperatures and different solutions. So this one I use more. This is when I'm polishing and cleaning the jewellery. I use this one quite a lot. And on this side is our plating machine, which we've got a rhodium, we've got yellow, we've got red, we've got black. I mean, if we're picking out little tiny bits of our jobs, we use this quite a lot, and obviously to make our white gold super white. In our studio, we love our artwork, and this is a collaboration we did probably about 7 or 8 years ago with a really great artist. And what this is our Race to the Moon rocket pendants. I don't know if you've seen them, but we do these rocket pendants. We've been doing them for years now. So this is our rocket, and these are pin-up girls, like vintage. That's what the artist is really into, like that's what she's known for. So together we collaborated, and what's really special about this print, if you can see it on the camera, but it's got all sparkle in the sky. That's actually all diamond chips and everything, so that's all blinging out, and it's perfect. Love it. Also in this workshop, we've got an air filtration system. It sucks fresh air from this side and takes out all the old air from that side, which keeps the dust down, it keeps the temperature right, and that's a really good system to keep everything really fresh and crisp. Over here we've got the lathe, and what we try to achieve here is making the most perfect piece of jewellery, parallel, and absolutely the highest standard we can get. So this is actually perfect to getting things absolutely flat, so we use this machine quite a bit. And then we've got the draw plate. This is where we pull all the metal down, so all the different claws and different wires we pull down from here. So this is quite straightforward, quite simple. So you see me use this a lot in the videos. I mean, every piece really goes through the polishing machine. It's very old school. I think they've been doing the same thing for like hundreds of years. It's just again, different polishes, different brushes, different wheels. We've got a magnetic polisher here, which does pin polishing. It does like sand polishing, so it gets into the really awkward places that you can't really get with the polishing mower. Barreler underneath, which does like bigger things like chains. So with these three things, that's what we usually polish all of our jewellery with. With our brand, it's all about design and the craftsmanship. When we first come into this space, visually split up both sides of the workshop. So this side, what we've just been showing you, is all to do with the making, and the back side, which we make a little bit more darker, it's got a little bit more of a mood. More relaxing as well, because we need to relax because we design a lot in there. Tommy does a lot of printing in there, so it's a real chill out. That's where we do all design. It's where we do our strategies and our plans for the business. It's about getting inspiration. So this is where the grind, this is where the work takes place. That side of the side is where you need to think, you come up with ideas, you bounce off each other. It's chilled, but we'll show you. So this wall over here is like our inspiration wall. We both use it for different things. Tommy's got his storage, but sometimes so we've got like books, we've got photography books, we've got car books, and we use that for inspiration. The thing is, like, I love cars, so I've got my books, so I get inspiration for cars. You even designed a pair of cufflinks once, which is like a brake pad. Yeah, so all different things that I get from everywhere. But also we do we stick pictures on this. I mean, we stick pictures on. If we've got like a little, Tommy comes in an idea, I come an idea, it goes on the wall. If it sits there for a couple of months and no one does anything, but sometimes get inspiration from it. But again, that's what I use it for, and we put jewellery in there sometimes, like when we're thinking about it. Photos or making the videos, so we've got the drones, we've got lenses, and we've got flash, all the kit. I mean, a lot of stuff we're using now, but we keep it all up here. Also, this is quite a cool thing. Bobby made this, I don't know, 12 years ago. It's one of our masks, but it's a large thing. Now originally was a pendant. Yeah, that's 18 karat gold and silver. Diamonds, black diamonds. I mean, it took hours to make when we first done it. So. And we went on a photo shoot years ago, probably about 7 years ago. And at the end of it, it went missing, didn't it? Well, yeah, someone stole it basically. Someone stole it. But how many years later? About 3 or 4 years later, we got a phone call. Another jeweller in Hatton Garden said someone's in here trying to sell some of your pieces.
So we went down there and we got it back.
So also what we try and get in the workshop is like a smell and a sand.
I think it's important, especially like a brand, so when people walk in there, they recognise it. So
what I've picked at the minute is like, look, I can't even say what it is.
we can't read for nothing. I think it's called human laves.
Anyway, regards to that, it smells like
an
a
old
church.
Yeah, an old church it smells like. It's nice.
But a nice old church, but
Yeah.
it's like it's quite a masculine smell, I think.
It's mad because we always play with like the sound we like. It's like an IB for chill sort of sound there. So people walk in there, you've got the diamonds making, the IB for.
It's an old, it's like, so as soon as you walk in,
like a church.
It does smell like a church. So like you get the smell, you get the sand, and then obviously the visual of the workshop, and then you walk in, and hopefully the jewellery explodes off the table, and that's the feeling.
That's what we try and do, and that's what a bit of thing. So should we move on?
Yep. So in this section of the room, we use this for many different things, but one of the things I use it for, I do all my designing in here. It's a place where you relax. We've got our fridge over there, we've got every different drink you can really think of. You've got your tea, your coffee, and it's a place to chill out, free the mind, and literally design, sit. Me and Tommy have our meetings in here. We talk about our strategy and what we want to do with our business, the way we want to do our filming. So if I've got an idea at the bench, I run over here, I've got my sketchbook I leave out all the time, my pencils. I just come over here, do a little quick sketch.
So what I was showing you earlier on with all the 3D design and on the computer is then once we've got the fold done, it then transfers over to this machine here, and this is a 3D printer. So it literally pulls the liquid layer by layer. I think it's like 30 microns, so it's thinner in there. And it literally just pulls it out until we get the finished piece. I've got a few pieces what it sort of produces over here, and it's what you saw me designing on the CAD machine earlier. So these are the resins what this produces, and with these resins we can do two things. Either we can take them and be casted, so they can go straight into metal, so we send these off and they come back as in gold or platinum, however we want, and then Bobby just cleans them up. Or what we do most of the time, because we make everything from scratch, we would take these and use these as like reference. This is a UV light, so once it's been printed on the 3D printer, we then UV light and it cures it, so then it's ready for cast. Again, the sonic, like Bobby showed you earlier on, we had two sonics. The one earlier on's for the more like the metal work. This one's for the resins, so it's purely for the resins, so we don't mix them, so we've got different solutions, temperatures and everything like that. So this is the third place I spend most of my time. We call it the Creative Suite. Right. So I've come up with a really good idea for the website. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to think about it a little bit more. So Bob, do you mind putting the blinds down so I can get really creative? So I come in. See, this is where most companies are going wrong. So they haven't got a creative suite. Because, you know what I mean, all that going to work, suit and tie, done up. You've got to come to work, you've got to be nice and relaxed. You come in, you've got to have time to think about things. Not everything's about working, you know. You work hard, but you need creative. Bob, do you mind getting me a nice little creative drink as well? So help me get this idea really going. Lovely. I'll sit here and chill.
There we go. This better be a good idea.
It's gonna be. Do you know what? It's gonna do you really good. We're gonna make loads of money out of this idea.
There you go.
Oh, lovely. Thank you very much, Bob. Oh, fucking hell, you bit.
I definitely ain't gonna work in a pub, but there you go.
Bit phony, innit, mate?
Give it a couple of minutes. Give it a few ideas. Give it a few ideas. You be back on it.
Tell you what, have a little sleep, and I think I'll drink that after.
So this part of the workshop, it's got a different sort of lighting. It's very warm, it's more relaxing on the eyes. And in the workshop, it's daylight bulbs, they're very bright. It's for focusing on work. So we'll try to divide the two sections with lighting as well. So up here we have the black and white screens for photography. So when you want to do some pictures, you can simply put it down and you've got a black screen. Come on, tell me about this idea, move over. What is it?
I don't know, it's a load of shit, I think we just leave it.